guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys would like to see how I got this really pretty low bend to knot deep side part swoop bun on blow dried hair, keep on watching. Hey guys, so first things first, I'm starting off on blow dried hair. You guys will need a small tooth comb, a wax stick, as well as got to be spray. I also use ponytail holders because I prefer that over rubber bands. Also electric hot comb, beeswax, and I also use oil sheen as well. So the first thing you see me guys doing now is I'm doing my deep side part. I kind of wanted to go for like a curve part, instead of doing like a straight part, just because it's not as plain to me. And I'm just going to brush out the hairs that I'm going to be using as my baby hairs, and then pressing out, where the part is, because you just don't want that part to be too poofy. But I am pressing out on low heat because I'm not trying to straighten my hair. I just want it just where the part is to be nice and silky. But yeah, I'm just adjusting my part, as you guys can see, and then you'll see me comb out the hair that I'm going to be leaving out as baby hairs. I really don't have any short like stubby hairs like that, so that's why I look so thin. And then I'm going to go ahead and part off the front two sections, and then put those into ponytails using my stretchies, as you guys can see. Okay, so now I'm going and I'm doing the same thing to the back part. I'm going to press it out just a little bit. Like I said, it is on low. I think I had it on a temperature of 330, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's on a really low. I think my pressing comb go all the way up to like 500. So I put it on a low temperature just because I wasn't trying to straighten my hair. I just wanted that part to look nice and silky. And then now I'm just twisting out the little parts that I'm going to be curling, just so I can have some type of like, cute little spirals in the back, just to make the ponytail pop just a little bit. And I went ahead and added that hair into the ponytails at the top, as you guys can see. And I did that to both sides. Okay guys, so that's what that's looking like. So I went ahead and added that to the ponytail just to move it out of the way. And then I went in with my pressing comb again just to smooth it out, because you don't want it to be thick right there. You want it to look smooth. And then, like I said, I went in with my oil sheen just to add a little shine since I'm not pressing my hair out. And then once I do that, I'm going to do a pre-ponytail, which is like, just pulling it back just so I can, add the products that I need to add on there, just to keep the hairs in place while I add my products. And then I'll take it out and then comb it and then, smooth it into the actual ponytail that I'm wearing. Right now, I just need the hair to get out of the way. So once I do that, this is what it's looking like. I went ahead and did the beeswax. So how I apply my beeswax is, like I said, I just put it on the back of my hand and then I rub it into my hands. I rub my hands together just to melt the beeswax up just a little bit, because I want it to go on smoothly, and I don't want it to be like white and cakey. I feel like if you go straight from the jar and then put the beeswax directly on your hair, it will be white and cakey, and nobody got time for that. So I want it to go on smoothly, and I want it to, melt up just a little bit in my hands. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take off the ponytail holder, and then I'm going just to get my nape up a little bit, because you don't want that part to look crusty. So I went ahead and just combed it out just so the hair is super smooth. And then I went in with my got to be spray just to freeze everything in place. And then once I finished with that, I just went back in and put my hair back into a nice sleek ponytail. FYI guys, you do not want your ponytails too tight because it's painful. So I recommend you wrapping it around like, maybe 4 times, no more than 4 times, because 4 or 5 times, like I said, if you do, it's going to be a little excessive and you're going to want to take it out because it's going to be painful. So I don't recommend you wrapping it more than 4 or 5 times because it's going to be super, super uncomfortable. So now I'm working on the side part, and before I start swooping it, I'm going to go ahead and take out the hair that I'm going to be having as my baby hairs. Like I said, my hair is kind of long, so I have to take out a little bit of hair. If I take out too much, it'll be too long and it's going to look super, super ugly. So, so I only can take out a little bit, but I made it work so it can look cute. But I really don't have a lot of like short hairs, and the hairs that I do have, I kind of end up cutting just to get it to be short. So but yeah, so once I went ahead and did that, I did the same thing. Added my beeswax to the back of my hand and then just smoothed it into my hair. I just did a little bit just to straighten up this part a little bit. I recommend you applying it to your hands and rubbing it together before you apply it to your hair, so it won't go on so cakey. As you guys can see, it looks extremely white. Yeah, nobody got time for that. So I recommend you guys rubbing it on your hands first, the way I did the back. Yeah, like how I'm doing now. Like, this is like the best way to apply it so it's not so white and it's not so cakey, because like I said, ain't nobody got time for that. And then once you pretty much smooth it the way that you want it, then you're going to go ahead and use your comb just to comb everything in place, and then use an extra stretchy to add this section into your lower ponytail. And this is exactly why you don't want to wrap it around too many times, because it's going to be tight. You also want to add your Got To Be spray just to freeze this part in place once you put it into the ponytail. Okay guys, so once I went ahead and did that, I'm just going to be using my blow dryer because I do not want my hair to be burnt, because the Got To Be spray is wet, so I don't want my hair to curl up. So I'm just going to smooth it with my hand while I'm blow drying it, just to freeze my hair in place. You can also use spritz to do it. To me, it works the same as Got To Be spray. I mean, it's not really no big difference, but it's your personal preference or whatever you have on hand at home. But I Got To Be spray, so I went in and used that. For the big section, for the big swoop, this is going to take a lot longer just because it's not straightened. So like I said, the first thing I did was use my oil sheen just to add some shine to it. And then I part my hair into sections to add the beeswax, just because if I do it just on the top of the section, to me it's not going to look right. It's going to be looking dry. It's not going to lay the way I want it to do. So I just went in and made little small parts and then added the beeswax that way. So when I start swooping, it's within the hair. It's not just sitting on top of the hair. I hope that makes sense, because there's a lot of hair, and you don't just want to lay it on top. You want it to be in the hair. So once I went ahead and did that, I started to comb and swoop the hair in place the way that I want it. As you guys can see, you'll see me keep go back in and adding more beeswax because it's a lot of hair. It's a big section, and I want the swoop to look really shiny and polished. And then you will see me adding like oil sheen as well as got to be sprayed just to freeze everything in place. So yeah, just keep watching. Okay, guys, so if you keep seeing me like go back over it over and over and again, just know that you don't want to rush this part, because to me this is the most important part of the look. And sometimes you got to take your time. Don't rush it. Don't get frustrated. Just, keep going over it as much as you have to. And if you got to add more product, that is perfectly fine. I'm not worried about adding too much beeswax, because I personally know how to wash it out. And if you guys don't know how to wash it out, I'm going to add this little tip into this video. All you have to do is apply conditioner to your entire head. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Just to loosen up a lot of the product. Then go ahead and rinse the conditioner out, and then shampoo your hair. I like to shampoo my hair 3 times. Really, really good. Get in there. If you gotta use your Denman brush or wide tooth comb to comb, comb your hair or whatever, do that. And then rinse it out, and then I go ahead and do another conditioning. And I rinse it out, and then I do a deep condition. Sit in the dryer for about 15 to 10 minutes, and then I rinse that out. But the only difference is that I do a condition before the shampoo, and I do a condition after the shampoo, and then I add an extra shampoo. But everything else I do is pretty much the standard of how I wash my hair. So I hope that helped you guys. If you guys are worried about rinsing out the beeswax, that's all you have to do, and your hair will be right back to normal, super shiny, super clean, no product in there at all. So yeah, so as you guys can see, this is what the swoop is looking like so far. And then I go in and I add this Got2b spray, and then I just freeze it in place, because like I said, this is a really big swoop. It's a lot of hair, and you don't want it to move around too much. So do what you got to do to make it look the way you want it to look. And like I said, product is not a big thing if you know how to wash it out properly. So yeah, just keep on watching. Okay, guys, so I went ahead and put that section into the ponytail, and now I'm just adding some more oil sheen just to add shine to the swoop, because you don't want it to look dry and just blah. You want it to look super shiny and super sleek. And then once you get the swoop into the ponytail, you can go back and touch up the swoops, or comb anything in place that you see that is out of place. And then yeah, I just added oil sheen to my entire head and went back over it with the got to be spray, just because sometimes the oil sheen will loosen up your hair. But yeah, you want to keep the shine, but you also want to keep the hold in your hair as well. So that's what you see me doing now. And then once I get everything in place, I will go back over it with my blow dryer just to freeze everything in place, so my soups are moving and messing up and stuff like that, because ain't nobody got time to be doing all that work just for your soups to mess up. Ain't nobody got time for that. So yeah, and once I finish doing that, I'm going to go in and touch up my baby hairs and my sideburns. Okay, guys, so now that I'm finally satisfied with the swoops, I'm just going to go and add a little bit of beeswax to my sideburns and the little swoop that I'm going to be having as my baby hairs. And guys, I like my hair to look a certain way, so you'll see me go over like my swoops and stuff, like maybe like anywhere between 15 to 20 times. I know that's a lot, but like I said, I just don't want to put all this work in and then it's not the way I want it. So I just went in and touched up these swoops as much as possible. And then once I got it to the way I want it, I just went ahead and freezed everything in place. As you guys can see, like I said, I'm gonna go over it like 5 or 6, 10 times. So don't worry about that. It's just me. And then I'm gonna use my blow dryer to freeze everything in place. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it with the ponytail. Like I said, you're gonna see me go over it like a lot, so don't worry about that. And then I'll come back once I get to the bun. Okay, guys, so this is pretty much what the ponytail is looking like right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my bun. I'm just going to touche and twist my hair. You can add weave to your bun if that's what you want to do. But y'all was being lazy and I didn't want to add no weave. So I just, used my regular hair and did me a nice little ponytail. I was only wearing this ponytail for 2 days, so I wasn't really worried about it too much. Now I'm just going to take my Babyliss Pro on the temperature 450 And I'm just going to spiral curl these little pieces that I left out in the back. That section didn't want to, really curl that much, but I wasn't about to keep going over it. As you guys know, I don't like to use a lot of heat on my real hair. I'm only heat on my real hair, like maybe every 6 months. So, yeah, so this is pretty much the end result. Okay, guys, so this is the end results. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.